And I think we are live. Just going to give this a second, make sure the audio is working this time. Last time was a freaking disaster. Then again, it wouldn't be a stream without a few mild disasters. There we go. We are live. It's funny because YouTube said live streaming. I hit go live and it said live streaming is not available right now. Sweet. Nothing weird. So, this is the stream where I make some gifts for my Patreon patrons. And the funny part is that the most Patreon patrons won't be able to watch this because this is an oddball time for me to stream. But whatever. It needed to get done, and I'm terrible at planning, so this is what we've got. You guys don't see this. I barely do. Hey Scott, how's it going? You're featured in my next mailbag video. Yeah, you guys can't see what I'm doing here, and I can barely see what I'm doing here because this is a glossy white piece of paper. But you guys will see soon enough what's going on here. There we go. Trying my best to actually see the lines here. This will all become clear once I start taking this off. But what we're making is we're making t-shirts, as you probably noticed by the thumbnail. We're making t-shirts and using heat transfer vinyl to transfer the pattern onto the shirt. And you guys will not be able to see the pattern until I start pulling off the parts that are not the pattern. Oh, it might be cutting out because the mic is in an awkward position. I don't really have too much say in that. Hang on a second. I think this is the best that I'll be able to do. I just might have to speak up because the mic has to be far because my mic, yeah, anyways. Yeah, yeah, nothing is where it should be because I bought a HDMI cable for my camera. It came in a mail bag and now I can't find it. So, you know, everything's going to plan. Did I speak? No, well, I moved the mic from there to there, so I was muted. Is the audio working now? That's the important bit. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Okay, so you can't see it now, but these are designs in Potentia. This is the first time making t-shirts, so, you know, no guarantees. This could go catastrophically bad. Failure is always an option. Making sure I didn't cut into the next one. But, you know, we live for catastrophes here on this channel. So how's everyone today? It is actually not super hot in Ottawa today, which is a relief to most. At least one person I know isn't relieved. Okay, so here's our design, and now I have to pick out the pieces of this that are not design. So let's see if I can get that done. Should just be able to slide underneath one of the edges here. There are tools specific to this, none of which I have, which is great, but should be able to just muster getting up underneath the adhesive here without damaging the design. And the first t-shirt I'm making is mine, by the way, so if one of them comes out crap, at least it's just going to be mine. I've seen some people having to do this with, there's a pick made specifically for this. Get out of there. There we go. This should work now. Yes. So this is all done on the Cricut Explorer Air 2. I have yet to make a video on it, but I do have it. I'm just going to cut this off here. This is really weird stuff. Couldn't really explain to you what it feels like. Oh yeah. There we go. Getting closer. You guys should be starting to get an idea what it looks like. Mind you, the logo is in the also in the thumbnail. I'll tell you, this is a better weeding experience. Weeding is taking off the parts that shouldn't be there. This is a much better weeding experience than I had with the regular sticker vinyl. This heat transfer vinyl is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a backwards founder, so it's someone who actively cost me money while I was making videos. So that would be me. I'm the backwards founder. So it's important to, actually the number one rule of making these heat transfer vinyls is that you have to put it, you have to make it mirrored. The Cricut software does that, but I don't know quite how to use it very well, so I just decided I would just do it in Photoshop. There we go. So that's done. Now I gotta take apart these little pieces inside here. There we go. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the positioning of the webcam. Also, I don't realize how blind I am until I have to work from like a camera distance away. This Cricut, it works pretty well, I have to say. I'm afraid of what's going to happen when the blades start wearing out. I do have different blades, but I'm not sure if they're going to be as sharp. The Cricut brand name stuff is super expensive. So there we go. That's the whoops, there's a piece of vinyl there. There's the heat transfer vinyl of what is going to be on the shirt. Founder. So I got a couple more to weed. If this becomes way too long, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it out. I'm just going to sort of just do a couple shirts. I definitely want to get at least one done. The one that my shirt, the test one. And if it happens to be poor quality, well then, guess I'm better making electronics videos than shirt videos. Alright, let's see. Well, this is going pretty well. Is it? Damn. Let's see if I can edit the audio on the fly. No, I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh well. Like, nobody's here anyways. There's only a couple of viewers. Although, whoever did come in was pretty nice, because I have 4 likes on this video already. And I didn't think I would get anybody to like this. Well, you know, more than my wife, basically. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be repeating. Thanks for the advice, though. It's definitely not on the sticky side. Get off there. Okay. Theo. I think I'm already getting better at this. I could set up the snowball instead of the lav mic, but you know, it's some work. Gotta set up the stand, and the thing is, the heat press machine is insanely big. Like, I can't even put. I'm gonna have to put the t-shirt out of frame and then slide the machine in, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to slide it in once it's heated up to, like, whatever, 100 degrees C or whatever it's supposed to be at. I bought this Cricut because of another maker suggested it, and he said it was good for, you know, onesies and twosies, but not for, like, large scale production, and I can definitely see why not. Like, imagine having to weed out of a way more complex design. So I was going to buy a heat transfer press, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore, because this is, like, I would rather let Teespring make my t-shirts, except for these handcrafted ones, obviously. I probably, you know what? I probably should have used Teespring for these handcrafted ones instead. Whatever. Some people will appreciate that they're handcrafted, and those people will be happy I did them by hand. So I have 6 of these shirts to make. They will be the only 6 in existence. No others will exist. I want them to be very exclusive. And these shirts will carry the same sort of importance as the limited edition Teespring ones. And the link's in the description if you want to go take a look at those. There's only one has been sold so far, and if the time period that I've decided is enough comes by without selling some more, then there'll only be one in existence. So that's that. I honestly don't really care for the limited edition one to make me money. It's there for the people that want to show their early adopters, and I want to reward those people if I ever see them in the wild. So I'm basically, when I go to events and stuff, I want to have on me like some circuit boards or stickers or something like that to give out to the people that have on the limited edition shirt. Yeah, baseball cap would be great. However, again, I'm not buying a heat press machine, so there's that. I could look on Teespring, see if they make one. But I find the margin on a Teespring shirt is not very good. Like, I feel like they're getting a way bigger piece of the pie. And I do see some creators that they jack up the price so they can make good money. But then, like, I don't want to sell $40 shirts. You know? Like, yeah, for the limited edition one, I put up the price because it's supposed to be limited. It's supposed to be for people who want to support. But the regular one, I lowered the price from what Teespring recommends because I was like, come on, man, it's too expensive. So in consequence, I'm making a lot less money on them. But I think, you know, some people want merch. So there we go. And plus, I mean, if I had to ship everything from Canada, everything would be so expensive. Like, I'm spending a ton of money on this project because I sort of spoke before I researched how much it would cost to buy the shirts, how much it would cost to ship them. But whatever. The Patreon shirts are they're a passion project more than anything because it's incredible, these people. I mean, even if it's $1 a month, it's crazy that they actually like my stuff enough to support it. So this shirt is a passion project, and I will not name the winners. And by winners, I mean people I picked totally arbitrarily. So my plan was to do a random giveaway because I can't afford to give each one of my, I think I have 18 patrons. I can't afford to give all of them a shirt. It's just that simple. Between the shirt and the shipping, I'll never financially recover from that. There's another one done. So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to pick 5 at random, make 6 shirts, 1 for me, 5 for the patrons, and yeah, pick them at random and then reward them, but I couldn't. It's against the TOS of Patreon, and yeah, so, which really sucks. So that's okay. So I didn't do that. I didn't do it random. Basically, I just selected attributes I liked out of people and decided if they were cool or not. And so I picked 5 cool people to receive a gift T-shirt. And yeah, some people didn't want it, which is okay. Some people said they would rather, not have me pay for shipping, so they didn't want it, which is okay. So yeah, I have 5 cool people I've selected from their coolness, not from random, because that would be against TOS, and they will be receiving a shirt. If you've missed the post, because there's 2 people I've contacted about the shirts that haven't got back to me, so I had to go to other people. you know, pick some more cool people. And sorry if you missed it, but I kind of had to, you know, my rental on the heat press machine is going to run out very shortly. Sweet, we're up to 5 thumbs up. Oh, some of these sections are really stuck down there. So this is supposed to be good quality, like it should be okay to machine wash it. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to wear mine very often. You guys can do whatever you want with yours, because I mean it's yours. But I think I'm gonna save mine for, you know, in the post-Rona days when conventions are able to happen. Maybe I'll do meetups and stuff. You see 6 thumbs up, I only see 5. And YouTube's UI is amazing. It's the best UI that has ever been created, ever. And if you could see the expression on my face right now, you'd understand. Founder. Two more to go. I might actually have enough time to do them all. If I could be the inventor of a past invention, what would I invent and why? I honestly think if nothing like Arduino existed, I would love to have built some sort of open source way to use microcontrollers. Because like for example, on Dave Jones's EEV blog, there are a team of people who are feverishly working on trying to make an open source tool to program these little 3-cent microcontrollers, and I think those are going to turn into the new kind of like Arduino-y type thing. And I think the fact that Arduino is open source and it's okay for, you know, any manufacturer to manufacture their own clones of them, that's amazing. I love the fact that so many people use it, that it's kind of like a standard, so that if you're looking for help, it's easy to find. So yeah, I would love to be the creator of an open source project like that. And that being said, it's not too late. I can definitely do that if I didn't have any, you know, incompetencies with code. But I do know some pretty good coders, so it might be a, you know, a potential in the future. But for now, I need to still learn these things. I would love to take a microcontroller that's difficult to program and make it available for everyone to program. Open source hardware, open source programming, that stuff. I think I'm a strong believer that knowledge should be free. Like, I'd love to write a book so that people can, you know, find information in a concise way, but then have all the information available, you know, on my YouTube channel anyways. If you can't afford the book, or if you don't want to buy the book, or whatever. So I think knowledge should be free. There's number 5. I am getting faster at this. And number 6. That was almost a catastrophe. So I'll warn you, it won't be very pretty trying to get the heat machine in frame. And it's also, the thing is a friggin', it's extremely loud, it's extremely clunky. Like, it's refined it is not, but I am very happy that I think they're only a couple $100, and you can make shirts and stuff at home. You could really make your own company. You know, if you had basically you need a Cricut, which mine was just over $200. It was on sale, mind you, but still, you need that. And then you need a heat press machine, which is again a couple hundred. And then you can start your own business making t-shirts. You'll have to make them interesting enough where, you know, people will pay the extra cost compared to just buying something on Walmart or Teespring or whatever. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean with my hair going in frame. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah, you could totally start a business doing that. I think my shirts cost me well, some of them were about $7 each, and some of them were about almost $10 each. I bought a 4-pack for a lot cheaper on Amazon for the XL sizes, but then I had one L and one double XL to buy, which I had to buy individually, which cost me more money. But whatever. It is what it is. Then it was $20-some for the heat transfer vinyl. Then it's going to be, shipping to the States will be about $15. Shipping to Canada, one Canadian one, it's going to be about $20 because he lives very far. And shipping one to Europe, that should be about $15 as well. So yeah, very expensive. Oh, is that it? We're done. There we go, number 6. Okay. So now let's see if I can position one properly. So here is one of the XL t-shirts I have. Kind of like that. And please understand that these are handmade shirts. Not everything will be perfect. I'll try to grab them from the seams here. There we go. Sort of like that. Let's see. I think I want it about maybe about here. So let's get some measurements done. Try to get them all about the same spot. Okay, so we want sort of, there's the collar, there's that, and the arm, and then, yeah, I guess that's it, huh? So we want to measure from, let's say, about halfway down this way. We want to measure from about halfway this way. So probably want it about there. It'll be 9 and say about 14 and a half. So 9 and 14.5. I don't expect them to be perfect, but close enough. Alright, so about 9 from here, about 14.5 from there, put it down a bit, stretch this out. There we go. Now I'm going to get the heat press machine, and please forgive the chaos. Jesus Christ, this thing weighs a ton. Okay, so I'm going to try to pull it more towards me, load the shirt in, and this is going to be loud. Watch yourself, headphone users. Oh my god. Oh shit. Yeah, this thing is terrifying. And you can't even see inside. Well then. And now it's off balance, so it'll fall. Just gonna place the t-shirt inside, and then you're just gonna have to trust me that everything is working as planned here. And then I'm going to turn it on and lower it, and we'll see what we get. So, this may not work the way I'm thinking it's gonna work. Oh my god. Alright, well, let's give her a shit. Pretty sure this won't be a visual spectacular. I'll probably have to hold it. I'll probably burn myself, but that's okay. Alright. Here goes. Jesus Christ. Is that heating up? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I was supposed to let it heat up first. I have no idea. It says done. Okay. Is that... Doesn't even feel warm. I think I had to let it heat up. Yeah, I warned you guys about the loudness. Oh my god, the temperature is in Fahrenheit. So it said 70, and I assumed 70 C, but it's not. It's 70 Fahrenheit. This thing is just gonna be chaos. Alright, so I did have to let it heat up. Let me just let it heat up then. At least, okay, we got a dry run done. Is the heater on top? Good question. Yeah, so the heating surface is on top, so that's the one surface you're supposed to, you can handle to move it up and down, but you can't really handle it. I'm really glad I don't own one of these. Oh my god. Oh my god. Such a barbaric machine. So it seems like I'm gonna have to do... So I'll do this one, and then I will basically have to like set all the other ones down and then just do them in order, because I'll have to let this machine cool to move it off the bench. This thing weighs a ton too. It's incredible. It's climbing up. It's 129, 130 Fahrenheit right now. I don't really know what that is in Celsius, but hot. And it's also weird because when you shut the lid, there's a micro switch. You can hear a switch. So I assumed it would just heat up once you shut the lid, but it doesn't seem like that's the way it works. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I did not put a piece of cardboard under the print, simply because the guy who I rented this from, he said you don't need to do anything. You just press. Is that something you should be doing? Put a piece of cardboard. This is literally the first shirt I've ever pressed. Just so we're all on the same page here. So temperature is still climbing. 169, 170. We'll soon find out. Okay, I mean, fair enough. I'm seeing all the numbers on here. The smallest number that converts to from Celsius to Fahrenheit is 284. How hot are these things supposed to get? I think I can slide it back just a little bit more. There we go. And again, I apologize for the loud noise that is going to come. I'm going to warn you guys. So I guess I can load my shirt in. I could definitely see why such a huge machine is maybe not necessary. I wanted to get the biggest one. We are closing in on 200 Fahrenheit. Whatever that is in science. That is 93 C. This is hot. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Whack. I appreciate the looking up. This is all a new experience for me. I wish I could give you guys a peek inside the press, but honestly, I never thought this channel would get so, I guess big. Is big the right word? It's not really that big, but you know what I mean? So I kind of didn't know how big I had to set my studio, and now I know in the future it'll have to be way bigger. But next time I set up a studio, I'll probably be in a different house. I think it's not practical to set up a new studio where I am now. Ooh, I've been calling out the temperature, but you guys can actually see it there. Still waiting on that temperature. Yeah, 5.2 is definitely not bad. I had a boost of growth from a video I made earlier this year, which has been awesome. But at the same time, I'll tell you, as great as it feels like it's almost like you're riding a high when you're seeing the growth. But then when the growth goes away, then you start feeling a low, which is pretty crap. So I know it's all in my head. I know like it's really good to have a nice successful video. I just wish I could make more of them. But I'm definitely thankful for the subscribers I do have and the viewers I have. And most of the commenters are still very positive. So when when you get bigger, usually you attract more of the negative people, but so far so good, so I'm not too concerned about that. The red temp is Fahrenheit. And the green is actually seconds. It seems like there's a way to switch from Celsius to Fahrenheit, but again, this is not my machine. So A, I don't want to mess with the guy's settings, and B, I don't have the manual for it or anything. I also have a Twitter account if you guys want to follow me on the Twitterverse. This is my Twitter account right here. Well, I got rid of OBS isn't on top anymore, so hopefully you can see that. I don't use Twitter too much. Oh, hey there, Mr. Maker. Am I circuiting on cloth? No, I'm not. I'm making so these are what I've cut out of the Cricut, and I'm about to do the heat transfer onto my shirts here for my Patreon founder gifts. Basically, I told the oh yeah, I guess it should. Twitter with the little, it's like a bird or something. There we go. Like that. And that's a bird. That's not one of my circuits catching fire, I swear. So basically the story of these shirts is I told my oh, this is actually getting hot. I told my Patreon patrons, didn't you miss some material? Did I? No? I think we're good. I told my Patreon patrons that I would make them a shirt. And since since I didn't know how involved it was, I promised it sort of before I checked stuff out. So basically, they are getting a limited edition shirt, which is only available to them. There'll be 6 in the entire world, 1 for me and 5 to my Patreon patrons. And the plan is I have a Teespring store linked in the description, and there's a special edition shirt there too. And if I see anybody on the street, like either during a meetup or just regularly, wearing either the Patreon shirt or the special edition shirt, I will probably have something to give them, or they can get special access. Like if I do a meetup, then they'll get some, I don't know, like they get to, I don't know, like behind the scenes or something. But basically, it's for the people who like collecting stuff, the people who like supporting me, and people who like limited edition stuff. So, you know, there we go. I don't know if I have hot or cold peel. It didn't say. Let me check Amazon real quick. Okay, so this one is cold peel. So that means I have to wait till it cools. Which is fine, because I'm patient. So, has it been at 3:15 for a little bit there? I think so. I think we're ready to go. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks like that's the element there. Okay, well, here's to finding out if my incompetence knows an end. And headphone users, is going to be loud. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I have the machine set up to the way the guy... the way the guy did it, like set it up. So I'm going to take this off, put it to the side. Now I'm going to let this cool because I have to move the damn machine, or else I'll be doing things off camera. But that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to wait for that to cool off, and then I'm going to peel it off, and we're going to see how it is. If it worked out, then that's perfect because I can just make the other ones in quick succession. But if it doesn't work out, then I need to adjust and try again. I'll probably do another one on this shirt because I'm just going to ruin my shirt instead of someone else's. But yeah, this machine is incredibly big, and I'm really glad I didn't buy one on a whim because it's pretty insane how actually big it is. And plus, I've decided that because of shipping and stuff, there's no way I can feasibly make t-shirts for like even the margin that Teespring has. So yeah. Okay, so there's a shirt. There's my Twitter. Oh, it's actually pretty cool. Alright, so here's the moment of truth. Got a little bit of a dot there, but that's okay. There we go. Did not go through. See, that's the other side. There's the logo on the other side there, so you can't see it. Look at that. The first Founders Edition Simple Electronics t-shirt. Can't believe it. First try. That looks great. It's maybe not straight. Again, these are handmade devices. We're going to try it on, see what it looks like. You guys won't be able to see, but I will. Plus, this one's mine anyway. Oh yeah, Founders Edition. Let's see, can I sneak into frame? Haha. I'm really happy with that. Oh, I just took took it off.
Oh, okay.
It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, that one being a success, we need to go into production mode. Alright, on to the next one. So I have 4 XLs to make, 1 L and 1 double XL. And again, I can't reveal who I chose to get these. So if they want to reveal themselves, they can in the comments below. But that's not up to me, that's up to them. Alright, let's try this again. 14.5. Or sorry, 9 from the side here. So about there. About there. And about 14.5 from the top and the middle. Move that up just a little bit. There we go. Try to get that as straight as I can. I'm going to stick that down. And this should have enough grab to just hang on for a little bit there. There we go. I'm actually I'm recording this, so I may actually just edit out the noise and then put it back up. The wife and I have somewhere to be at 1 o'clock, so I only have until 1 to finish these, but it looks like it's going pretty well so far. Right, just about. Oh, that one. Okay, it's not inside out. I thought it was inside out. Well, I'm pretty excited. I can't believe that worked. Like, honestly, I didn't think it would be that easy. Then again, that's kind of like, that's the deal with a lot of stuff, I find. You just need to try it. Then it's like the secrets are exposed. Okay, like that. As long as it stays mostly stuck, we'll be good to go. So yeah, these cost a pretty penny. Being Canadian, that's the one thing, is that everything here is more expensive. Even if you just transfer directly to Canadian funds. I seem to be missing one of these. Did I only make 5? No, I made 6. Oh, I'll find it in a second. About there. You may find out next year. What do you mean you may find out next year? You coming to Canaderp? No, I'm using the actual Cricut. However, I have. You can buy these guys. So they're carbide blades. They're supposed to be replacements. Like, they're supposed to fit the Cricut, but I'm not sure if they just put those, like, put in the fact that they fit as a keyword just so they could make more money. But they do have a shuttle. Looking through my pile of mess here. Here we go. They come with a shuttle, which is this guy here, and the knife goes right into the end there, and you can easily 3D print a mount for this. So I would say this here would be an ideal solution for you if you wanted to add this to your CNC machine. Yeah, cost of living. Actually, cost of living in Canada isn't bad. Like groceries and stuff aren't that expensive. It's like products, like these shirts. They were really expensive. All right, and these are going to be different. These are the special sizes I had to pick up. So this one is a large. I'm gonna have to take that off. So you still have the original blade after 3 years of using the Cricut? That's incredible. I think I have this thing where I really don't want the I don't want to run out of a consumable. I'm sort of like I'm hard to motivate, I guess, to make something. So this one here I'm gonna have to eyeball, by the way, because it's a different dimension. I'm kind of hard to motivate. So when I start a project, the last thing I want is to not have what I need to make that project. So that's why I ordered the replacement blades, so that you know, if midway through a motivational streak, I don't run out of blades. So here's the problem now. Where the heck did that last one go? Found it. Okay, again, this one will have to be eyeballed. There. Yeah, yeah. Bulk might be a lot cheaper, but I'm simply not going to be making a ton of shirts. So yeah, I was thinking about that, looking for a bulk supplier and stuff like that. But I mean, the deal is, it's just very expensive to make the shirts. I have a Teespring store linked in the description, and honestly, it doesn't seem like very many people wanna buy shirts, anyways. So I figured I would make a limited run, and then these people will forever be rewarded. They'll probably make their money. They'll probably make their like the cost back if they buy the limited edition shirt, for example. If we see each other a couple times, but it's just, it is what it is. I mean, people don't have a lot of money to spend these days. You can get a shirt for $1? Are you crazy? So like, even like the mildly interesting stuff at our dollar stores are now like $4. I'm gonna try this over this way. Hopefully that'll be a little further from the beeps will be a little further from the mic than before. Alright. Gonna let this thing preheat again. Really? Dollar Tree in Canada has t-shirts? I may have to go. Sorry. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize the timer would be going. Sorry. I like, if you want to buy something from me privately, I would ship to Ontario. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't have like a an Etsy store or anything, just because I mean the production costs are a little nuts. If you want to buy a t-shirt, the best place to buy it from me, like to support me, would be Teespring, and the link is in the description. There's a limited edition shirt which only sold one so far, so basically you can't get much rarer than that, and I will take it down pretty shortly. Yeah, I would debuzzer this thing in a second, but it's not mine. I rented it from a friend. So he actually he wanted to let me have it for free, but I kind of hate that. Like people always asking you for your stuff, and then they expect it for free. I mean, really, I make more than I make more than $1 a month on YouTube. So if I'm gonna be using it for YouTube stuff, I feel like there should be a fair rental cost there. So I, he said, okay, whatever, make it $20 then. I was like, fine, sold. Like $20 to rent your machine for 6 t-shirts. I think that's plenty fair. I mean, the guy doesn't make any money off this machine. He actually makes shirts for his he crafts axes and stuff. That'd be pretty funny. Another maker. Actually, Veroac is in stream. She could make a caricature of me. She's actually really good at vector drawings and stuff. If you go check her Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Veroac, VEROWAK. She has a bunch of emotes. It's like the super stickers, I guess. But yeah, so she makes emotes on her channel, and they're basically a representation of her, which is pretty cool. I like it. So the only problem with setting this over there is you guys don't see the temperature anymore. It's at 255 and we're waiting for like 315. Yeah, you can make one, Mrs. Wack. You can make one of my my face on Discord. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. I wonder if there's legal liabilities. Interesting. Heating up still, 277. So this press is very slow. I'm guessing like many other Chinese things, I'm guessing this is a 220 volt press, which they just put a 110 volt plug on, and it works just the same, except the heater element heats up 4 times slower. That's probably what it is. So yeah, if you guys do want a t-shirt, you cannot get one of these Patreon shirts. Sorry about that, but next time I decide to do Patreon gifts, you're going to have to be already a patron in order to qualify. Even when I announced the shirts, I said the shirts are going to only go out to the current patrons, the one that were already signed up, and that's just the way. I think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to like dilute my choices by having people like just subscribe for $1, even so, because you don't even get charged when you subscribe. So yeah, I think that was the nicest thing I could do for my Patreon patrons. And the next time I make gifts, then they'll have to be already patrons. So yeah, if you guys want to support, buy a shirt from Teespring, become a patron, do super chats. But I think being a patron is the best way to support. Looks like we're almost up to temperature. We have 311 degrees Frankenstein. Not sure how much that is in science. Looks like it's almost 160C. Yeah. I figured. I figured this one is really slow. Like he said, it wasn't very expensive. It's because it's like the clamp type. It's not the one with the spring on top. So I kind of get it. All right, ready to go. One going in hot. And I'm very sorry for you, the people who can't stand the buzzer, but it is what it is. In we go. Watch yourself for the headphone users. Yeah. Man, that thing is loud. Can barely see the timer. There we go. Lift it up. There's what that one looks like. Gonna wait till the stuff cools down. Next one is the large, going in hot. Alright, and yeah, try not to make it make noise, but it's hard. How's it going, Zephael? Yeah. That's 2 done. Number 3, it's an extra large, going in hot. Here, jeez. This thing is so barbaric. Is yours, another maker, is yours that stiff to pressure? There we are. The penultimate shirt going in. Alright, here goes. Yeah. Yeah, again, it's not mine, so I don't want to adjust it for him. I've watched what he's done, and it were pretty nice. Yeah. So, not gonna doubt his skills. All right, there we go again. Nice one. He's actually done some really intricate patterns on his shirts, and I'm not sure if he wants to be ousted, so I don't want to say who he is. Thanks, Dean. And again, I wish I could say who won the shirts, but I don't even want to oust who my Patreons are if they don't want to be ousted. So if you did win a shirt and you are in stream, you can say it or leave it in the comments if you're watching the VOD. And I don't mean win because it's not a raffle or anything. I meant if you're one of the people that I've picked because you're cool. So Zephael, this one here seems to be requiring it to be cool, so I'm waiting for that. I'm trying to make this not make noise. Damn, this thing is loud. Alright, well, here's the first one we pressed. Still warm, I'm gonna give it a second. So yeah, some of them, this is, by the way, this information's from another maker. I have no idea what I'm doing. But another maker says some of them are cold release and some of them are hot. These are cold, so you gotta wait till they're cold first. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for the noise. You know, one of the projects I think I'm going to be taking on shortly is a stream deck. Because if I stream, that makes 2 of us in the house that streams. And stream decks are super expensive, but there's an open source stream deck design that uses OLEDs as push buttons. And so I think that's something I'd like to do. Hey Dustin, how's it going? I usually see you in the other Watts' streams. Alright, here goes. Are one of my patrons going to get a messed up shirt? No, not this one at least. Very nice. Let's see if it went through. Okay, gotcha, another maker. Yeah, that's what I meant as a fail. There's a project for an open stream deck which I'm going to probably join. So yeah, didn't go through. Looks very good and ready to head out to the patron supporter. Next one up, this one here. Okay, let's see if it lifts. Oh, it's looking good. Yeah, a couple little imperfections there. I missed just a dot of vinyl, but that's okay. That looks really good. I like it. I like it. Okay, here we go, another one. Is it cool? Yeah, it's cool. You should be amazed. Looks are like the last thing that I prioritize on this channel. There we go. Look at that. Beauty. I think, honestly, I think if I was someone's patron and they sent me something like this, I would be thrilled. The penultimate one. So if this one doesn't mess up and the other one doesn't mess up, we're out of the woods. Oh baby, look at that beauty. I think that looks good. Is that a wrinkle there? No, I think that was just underneath. Awesome. And the final one. Did we mess it up? I say we because I need to blame somebody if it messes up. Another dot there, that's okay. We can call these excess pieces of vinyl registration marks. There we go. Done. So 6 founder shirts, 5 for my Patreon patrons. And if you guys want a special edition shirt, which is going to be basically have the same importance as these, you go onto my Teespring store and buy the special edition one. If you just want to support, buy the regular one. Also, if you want to support, yeah, more vinyl, no extra charge. Yeah, I could stream for longer. I do have one thing I'd like to do before ending stream, so I'll probably end up doing that. But yeah, if you want to support, patreon.com, patreon.com/Simple Electronics, my Teespring store in the description below. Super chats, whatever. Or if you're just here for enjoying the ride, then just enjoy the ride. Oh yeah. I'm really glad I got these done. This was really a point of a little bit of stress because I wanted to get them done. Now obviously I have to go buy packing material and ship them out. And also, this is, I didn't tell them, but I think I'm going to send each one of them one of these circuit boards as well. So I'm going to set those up. One of my patrons said that he doesn't feel like soldering one up, so I'll probably make one up right now for him. Yeah, I know, the color balance is a little weird. That's okay. It's fine. So, what am I going to do for that patron? I'm going to build one of these. So this guy here, but I have to decide what kind of colors I want. I'm also going to zoom you guys in. If you guys have motion sickness, just close your eyes for a second. Ready? Sadly, that's as close as I can go. Okay, let me lift you up a little bit. Grab some of these bins. There we go. You know what? Actually, I forgot I had this, so I can use this thing and then solder it up kind of like, oh, that's too tight. Solder up something like so. There we go. Forgot to tighten one of the brakes. Yep. There we go. Thanks, Nether Maker. Speaking of which, I have a gift for you coming soon. This whole shipping bonanza, Mr. Maker, should mean that your package is going to come together too. I can't show you what I'm sending you because the video is not live yet. It's not even in early access yet. So there we go. I also now have to go through my box of LEDs and find the LEDs I want for this project. So all this tape stuff is not going to be that. This is Veroax Extra high CRI lighting. These are white LEDs. I think these are them. Let me just see here. Yeah, these are them. Alright, 1, 2, and 3. I also have to check what kind of resistors I need on this. I'm guessing just 100 ohms would be okay, but I'm not sure. Gonna have to check. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna need some PCB, or I mean breadboard. I also don't know if I have another breadboard power supply God damn it. I always run out of prototyping things. I guess I could steal it from another board, but... Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, I'll steal it from this board. This is my biggest project failure ever. And I think another maker knows a little bit about this project, but nobody else does. And that's by purpose. Alright, how do I power this? Oh, God damn it. See, I really don't like these, I don't like powering stuff via barrel jack or USB male. Like, what is wrong with these people? These things should be micro USB or USB-C or like straight pins. Seriously, you actually you remember this hella failure? I gotta get back to working on it. That's why I can't really take apart the circuit board. Alright. Also need to go into here because this patron is not super... He doesn't have a lot of time, so I don't want to make him, you know, go look for stuff to plug in the gift I'm sending him. So I'm going to solder in a USB lead. I keep all the USB leads I break, so this one's a broken one, so hopefully it works for that. Oh, and I can also do... Oh, no, not this one. Yeah, that one will do. Alright. Yeah, well, I'm not quite sure who you're implying is smarter than you. I mean, if you want to have a code race, we can find out which one of us is smarter. Alright, so here we go, plug this guy in. And I think I should be able to just put this across here. Of course the board is upside down. Magic. I think I maybe I'll design my own breadboard power supply. Alright, here goes. Yeah, it works. The 5 volts just... Oh, damn, you guys can't see. Give me a second. There we go. Alright, so these work across 5 volts, no problem. But let's drop the current. I wonder if it'll work on 1K. Do you think like 0.1 milliamps will work? No, 1 milliamp. 1 milliamp. What am I saying? 0.1 milliamps. Alright. Like so. I think the day that I figure out that failed project is going to be a good day. But until then, it's not going to happen. I'll have to say, guys, it was a coding problem that I had. And despite another maker's best intentions, he couldn't make it work for me, or he couldn't get me to figure it out. Alright, so wow, this is functioning with a 1K resistor. A 1 milliamp RGB LED. Well, that's just what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do 1 milliamp RGB LEDs. So this thing will be powered forever. There we go. You'll be able to put this in a battery bank if you wanted to, and it'll just run forever. so. Alright, so get my soldering iron over here. Alright, so now it's just a nice soldering stream. Unplug this guy, turn on this guy, turn on this guy. There we go. Alright, so nice, cool, calm, collected soldering stream. I actually do like this stand. It's pretty nice. I wish it had sort of like the Big Clive attachment, the thing that he uses that goes on top, and it's like a foam. So I'll have to 3D print something that clips on to like these arms here and has variable opening sizes with thick foam. I think that would be really useful. I also need to start using footprints that have a little bit more meat to them, because there's no need for the pads to be so tight like that. And like so. There we go. It looks nice. Nice. Anybody here watch the Bon Appetit YouTube channel? They've had some controversies lately, and I don't know if they're still putting out videos. I kind of watch all sorts of different YouTubers. Also found that a lot of my regulars stopped producing so many videos, and I guess I'm guilty of that too, and I'm not producing as many as I used to. I actually have I'm behind on another Maker's videos. He posted one today. If you're Canadian in the audience, he goes to a Micro Center. And as Canadians, we don't even know what that is. Okay, there we go. So that looks pretty nice. I also have new solder to try out, but that's sort of why I wanted to do the microscope video, so I can take a look at what the soldering quality is between the two brands of solder under the microscope. So you know, everything's got a progression. Yeah, this is actually pretty nice. I like this. I wish the base was a bit heavier. I might weigh it down. We have at work we have heavy ass wheel weights that we basically recycle, but I think some of them can get recycled into the base here. That's when you have to rip them off of the wheels, by the way. So that's why it's not going to affect anybody's car. This ground plane is hard to solder. Go. So I got a mailbag video that is live on Patreon right now. It will be live on YouTube sometime this week. I don't know if I'm gonna do the every second day releases. I need to get a catalog going, some stuff ready. Yeah, you know, about COVID, I cannot use that as an excuse. My mental state has nothing to do with COVID. I'm basically the kind of guy that stays at home anyways. So yeah, I don't have that excuse. Things were a little weird, I guess, during COVID because of like not being able to go like browsing the hardware store or anything like that whenever I wanted to. But like, for the most part, I was largely unaffected by COVID. I took a little bit of time off of work, but not really, because I'm an essential worker. So I switched my shift from twice a week to once a week. And you know, we stopped getting so much work anyways, so there was a, you know, it didn't really affect me. The only thing it really affected me is in the basically working at the college, since the college is kind of messed up right now. So I guess I could be making decent money in between, so I lost out on some decent money. But I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I should have actually taken that time and made more videos, but I didn't. So here we are. But yeah, I feel like that's probably true, that a lot of the creators were dealing with COVID stuff. I know another maker was had other stuff to do, so I know that's why he had fewer videos. So it's not like, and you know, I'm not, obviously not upset that people didn't feel like making videos. I'm just used to seeing awesome videos all the time, and there's just fewer of them to go around now. But everything will, I mean, straighten up. It's just, it is what it is. Everything will come back. Did you guys see what Pile of Stuff did to this this logo PCB? He did a great job. He cast it in. They're not cold. They're fine. The this solder is a little bit low on flux though. Yeah, Pile of Stuff casted in resin and made himself a coaster. Pretty neat. Should go onto his channel and take a look at that. And to be fair, I've sent these boards to the YouTubers that I know that are friends, just as a friendly gift. They had they had the ultimate authority to decide not to make a video on it. It just so happens that the ones who received it so far made videos on it, and one of these is actually going to another maker because he and I are friends, and if he decides not to make a video, that's completely fine. These are not promotional gifts, they are just gifts. Although, being a YouTuber, when I receive a just gift, I also make a video out of it because it's easy content and it's fun. Okay, so let's see if this thing works for the Patreon winner, or Patreon person who got selected, because they're awesome. Ah, yes! So these will all light up the same color, but they will eventually drift out of sync. So the longer you keep this plugged in, the better it is. Yeah, I'm also essential. My paycheck's not essential, apparently, and the company that I work for is probably going bankrupt, and just telling everyone everything is fine. But yeah, I don't think it'd be the end of the world if they went bankrupt. Obviously it would throw a little monkey wrench into my situation here, but I'm hoping that I won't have to work there forever. So there we go. So these things, yeah, slowly they're going out of sync. I don't know, you guys can probably not see it, but let's see. There we go. See, it's kind of reddy, greeny. There we go. Maybe it's better to look at it off axis. Nope, probably not. I like these circuit boards. I'm actually really proud of them. Yeah, well, it probably light up more often when Gadget Reboot posts a video rather than when I do. You know, the so PCBWay approached me about making PCBs kind of like sponsored, right? And then I was like, yeah, no problem. I'd love to do things like this. And then you look at what Gadget Reboot has been doing with his sponsored circuit boards, and I'm like, what the hell? Like we're not even in the same ballpark, right? You know what? I would love to do full-time YouTube, but it's not doable until probably like 100,000 subscribers. I got lucky that one video picked up. I made some money on that video, but I think if I check all the money I've made on ad revenue from the beginning, I'm not even cost neutral yet. So yeah, I don't see full-time YouTube happening. I would love to do full-time YouTube. Mind you, keep in mind that if I still have the ability to teach at the college, I will still be teaching at the college, even if I'm a full-time YouTuber. Like even YouTube video a day, if I had to do a YouTube video every single day, I'd still want to go into work at the college to teach. I think teaching is really it's my jam, it's my calling. So yeah, I would love to do full-time YouTube. If anyone knows like Bill Gates and they want to donate to make this stream go full-time, then be my guest. But at the moment, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. Let me get my glue gun to try to glue this wire in place, because the last thing I want it to do is fail. Oh, here's my glue gun. Reaching out of shot. Yeah, I actually have backups on other platforms though. I don't rely on YouTube to keep me afloat. I have a LBRY and a BitChute account, so you guys can go take a look at me there. But yeah, I agree that it's scary that YouTube could pull the plug on you at any time, and that'll be that. But at least in my case, I have all my edited videos all in storage. I may have to actually delete all the raw footage and just keep the edited videos to save on space, so I can re-upload them to wherever I want, and then I could build a website, I guess, to host my stuff and make blog posts and whatever if need be. But like again, if YouTube decides to pull the plug, I mean, that's gonna throw a serious monkey wrench into the situation. Yeah, so Mikey, I'm actually talking about if you're American, I'm talking about community college. So it's basically a trade school. How about that? That's where I teach. University level requires sort of like a PhD, a master's at the very minimum, but most likely a PhD to teach, and that's not anywhere near, like, I haven't finished my university degree, so yeah. So you Americans, when I say college, I don't mean like Harvard. I mean like MIT, but not as prestigious. Oh, Durham College. Interesting. So you're in Toronto? Toronto? Durham? I'm trying to think. I think Durham's in Toronto. I'm not, I'm from Ottawa, so all that matters to me is Ottawa, right? According to the rest of Canada. And you know what? And what I teach in college has nothing to do with this stuff. I'm an automotive professor, I guess. Oh, Oshawa. I mean, Oshawa's okay. You have to, if you're not from Toronto, everywhere from like, I don't know, like west. I don't know too well, but let's say north of Niagara to like east of, I don't know, basically an hour west of Belleville. That's all Toronto to me. I mean, the GTA is huge. My my hot glue gun is not heating up very quickly. I wish my wife had her hands here so she could just hold this and heat it up for me. Slowly, slowly. There we go. I don't know where Cordis is, but I believe you. But yeah, basically, the GTA is so big. But we feel it's big. But then, like when you fly over Chicago, for example, then you're like, oh, so this is the size of the GTA, but completely as though you're downtown Toronto. Yeah, Chicago is like really big. Wish I had some feet for this, but it didn't. They didn't come in yet. The I swear the mail service post COVID, I think packages are being quarantined for like a month once they're processed in Canada, because I have a mailbag video coming, and I think everything I ordered except for one item came from March 5th. So that is a long time to wait for a package. We have glue. Good. Let's just jam some glue into there. I also hope the U.S. Border Agency isn't upset at Canada enough to lose my package that I'm going to send, all the packages I'm sending to the U.S. Because the Cheeto-in-Chief is quite mad at the closed borders. I mean, I don't blame him for being upset. I'm just saying there's things he could have done. Not to get political, I know some of you guys really enjoy Trump. I don't know how you can enjoy a political figure like that, but what, you know, what? You do you, man. You do you. I'm not here to judge. All right. So that's all stuck in. Looks like that one's desynced, but oh yeah, they're slowly desynchronizing. So yeah, basically if this is on like overnight, yeah, there we go. They're all different colors now. If it's on overnight, they're going to desynchronize, and I think the more current you flow through them, the more they'll tend to desynchronize. But I honestly think this pole is probably like 3 milliamps, which is, I think that's ideal for a little trinket like that. I know this guy here, the one I have, I usually have this one hanging up, lit at all times. I'm really happy with that thing, and it draws naphal. But anyways, I think that is it for me, which is great because this is just on time for me to make some lunch. Zafal, I guess it depends on what you mean by Trump is better than Trudeau. Like if we're talking about like body weight, 100%, he's definitely better. Haircut, not so much. Trudeau's got him beat. So, you know, you gotta pick why someone's better than the other. But anyways, Enough of the politics. This is it for the stream. So if you guys want to support me, the best way to support me is on Patreon. There's a link in the description. Another good way is to buy a limited edition t-shirt, which you'll get my eternal gratitude, and also some free swag if meetups become a thing in the future post-COVID. Also, you can check out my Banggood affiliate links, which is interesting because they're actually doing quite well. So some of you guys are really ordering from Banggood quite a bit. And other than that, super chats or whatever. So have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the thumbs down if you don't. Share it with your friends, etc. I will see you in the next one.